Most plants die within days without water. No watering for a week? Most houseplants are already wilting. But this one, scientists left it without water for 6 months. Not a week, not a month, 6 months. And when they checked on it, it was still alive, still green, still growing. This is the ZZ plant, and what's happening inside it is stranger than you'd expect. To understand why this plant is different, you need to understand why every other plant isn't. Most houseplants lose water constantly. It happens through tiny pores on their leaves called stomata. They open to breathe in carbon dioxide, and water escapes every time they do. No water coming in from the roots, water still leaving through the leaves. The math doesn't work. Within days, the plant starts pulling moisture from its own cells just to survive. The leaves go soft, they yellow. Eventually, they die. This is why almost every plant care guide says the same thing. Water regularly. Don't let the soil dry out completely. Pay attention. The ZZ plant ignores all of that advice. And it does fine. Here's what's different. Underground, beneath the soil, the ZZ plant grows something most houseplants don't have. Thick, potato-like structures called rhizomes. Think of them as underground water tanks. When water is available, the plant doesn't just use it. Then, when the soil dries out and there's nothing left to absorb, the plant switches modes. Instead of panicking, it starts drawing from its own reserves. Slowly, efficiently, rationing what it has. This is why a ZZ plant can survive 6 months without water, while a fern next to it would be dead in 2 weeks. It's not that the ZZ plant doesn't need water, it's that it already planned for not getting any. There's a second trick, too. The leaves themselves are thick and waxy, almost rubbery to the touch. That waxy coating slows down water loss through the leaf surface. Combine that with the underground reserves, and you get a plant that's built less like a typical houseplant and more like a cactus wearing a disguise. And here's the part most people don't know. In 1989, NASA ran a study testing which houseplants were best at filtering toxins out of indoor air. Things like benzene and formaldehyde, chemicals that build up in sealed environments like space stations, and, it turns out, in modern homes too. The ZZ plant wasn't part of that original NASA study. But later research, building on that same line of work, found that ZZ plants are remarkably effective at removing similar airborne toxins, particularly in low-light, poorly ventilated spaces, exactly where most people keep their houseplants. So you have a plant that needs almost no water, tolerates low light, and quietly filters the air while doing it. It sounds less like a houseplant and more like a piece of equipment. That's probably why you've seen it everywhere. Hotel lobbies, dentist offices, corporate buildings. Not because someone loves plants, because someone needed something that wouldn't die from neglect. If you want one of these, here's what actually matters. Water it only when the soil is completely dry. Give it any amount of light from low to bright indirect, and resist the urge to baby it. Overwatering is the only real way to kill a ZZ plant. Root rot, not drought, is what gets them in the end. One pot, almost no attention, months of neglect, and it won't just survive, it'll keep growing. But the ZZ plant isn't the only thing in the plant world that defies how we think survival is supposed to work. There's a plant that didn't just survive neglect. It survived a nuclear disaster.